Okay, hi and welcome to PG6Nuts channel. This is going to be a video on my favorite gun movies. A friend of mine just did a top 5 favorite gun movies. I figured I would chime in with mine. I can't limit it to 5 though, as you can see by the choices here. I went to 20 because that's just kind of like how I am. I can't narrow anything down to just 5 when it comes to movies. These are my top 20 favorites, and I can't even put these in a particular order. I'll probably give you my 2 favorites out of the 20, but anyway, let's get started. The first one, which any top gun movie video has to have, in my opinion, is a Charlton Heston movie. Doesn't have to be Planet of the Apes, but Charlton Heston is pretty much guns personified, in my opinion. And this is probably my favorite movie of his. I always loved Planet of the Apes. There aren't too many guns in Planet of the Apes, but there are some. But this is in there just for the Charlton Heston effect. Okay. Now, like I said, these are in no particular order. The Boondock Saints. If you haven't seen this movie, just go see it. Yeah, it is an awesome, awesome movie. It's basically about 2 brothers who, just by happenstance, decide to start killing mobsters and stealing money from them. And there's a lot of odd, funny things in it. You'll see something different every time you watch it. It's a great movie. SPR, Saving Private Ryan. Another great movie. As my friend Tom mentioned in his video, that beach scene is just so realistic, it's amazing. Taken. Yet another awesome movie. This is basically Liam Neeson. He is an ex-CIA agent. I guess what he really was a CIA assassin, basically. And his daughter gets kidnapped while she's on vacation. And he tracks down the people that did it and like kills them one by one and then gets her back. It's an awesome, awesome movie. Oh yeah, and sorry about the Band-Aid. I had a flint napping accident earlier today. In short, don't play with obsidian. It's really sharp. You gotta have at least one James Bond movie. My favorite is Goldfinger. Thunderball is another good choice. You Only Live Twice is another good choice. Any of those 3 movies could have been right here. This is just the one I happen to have on Blu-ray and had where I could pull out. So, pretty much, Sean Connery as James Bond equals awesome. First Western of the bunch, The Outlaw Josey Wales. A lot of people would put Dirty Harry in instead of this. No. When you're talking Clint Eastwood to me, you're talking Westerns, okay? You could do any of the Man with No Name series, Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. My personal favorite of all his movies is probably The Outlaw Josey Wales, or maybe Pale Rider is another good one. I can't remember the other one I like. But anyway, a Clint Eastwood Western has to be in there somewhere, and this is a near perfect story. I really like it because it takes place where I live. Most of this was in the Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas area, and it's just a great story. The Mummy. This movie is in my collection for one reason only, and that is the scene where Brendan Fraser is assembling a shotgun. It's a Winchester 1897. I saw that when I was like, somewhere between 7 and 12 years old, and thought that was the coolest thing ever and had to have one. I own one now. Great movie, great shotgun. Moving on around. Patriot. Yet again, Mel Gibson is one that kind of has to be in amongst all the action stars here. This is my favorite Mel Gibson movie. It's a great great story. If for no other reason, this is in here because of the ghost scene of the movie, the one that basically ends with him hacking at a dead British soldier with a tomahawk, going fucking insane. It's a great movie, great scene. The Dirty Dozen. Yet another great movie. I love pretty much everything about this movie. Seen it many, many times. It's a great World War II flick. And a trivia question for those who like the movie. And where is Donald Duck? Finish that quote in the comments. Shooter. This is one of the best gun movies that has been made in a long time. If I were to make a top 5, this would definitely be in the top 5. It just has it all. If you're into long-range shooting, there's a lot of interesting things shown on screen that usually wouldn't be. Just in most movies, they don't go into that much detail. And these two I actually need to talk about together, so grab those. Sorry about the reflections. These are Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs. The reason I have to talk about these together is because Quentin Tarantino, the guy that directed them. These are two of my all-time favorite movies, not just favorite gun movies. And they really have it all. I like these movies both equally. I could not separate the two, basically. I would really like to see him do another gangster movie. In case you've never seen these, basically this one follows several people in an underground crime world. Some of them are goods, most of them are bad. There's a boxer, enforcer, a mob boss. They follow around quite a few people. Basically, it starts out with Samuel L. Jackson and what's his name? John Travolta in a diner. I'm sorry, that's the end of the movie. Starts out with them getting ready to go kick down a door and collect money, and ends up with them in a diner being robbed by some people. And there's a lot of stuff that happens in between. It's an awesome movie. Reservoir Dogs is about a bank robbery gone wrong. And they're trying to figure out who was the rat in the group. And it kind of is all cut apart, and you see it from about 30 different angles before you finally figure out what the hell's going on. Both are awesome. This movie, U.S. Marshals, sorry, I hate these cases, is in here for one reason and one reason only. And that is one line in the movie. When Robert Downey Jr.'s character pulls out his gun, and it's like a chrome-plated Taurus. Tommy Lee Jones says, you should throw away that nickel-plated sissy pistol and get yourself a Glock. That is the reason this is in my top 20. It's a great line that Glock probably paid millions of dollars for. They paid an assload of money for that line, earning it a place forever in the Hall of Fame of gun movies. 3:10 to Yuma. A lot of people like it, a lot of people hate it. I'm one of the ones who like it. That's pretty much all I got to say about that one. Red. Another great movie. If you've never seen this, John Malkovich's character, that one right there, shoots a rocket with a .500 Smith & Wesson Magnum and kills the person who is shooting the rocket. Classic. It's classic Hollywood gun myth, basically. There's a lot of other guns in the movie. There's a storage unit in it that I really wish I owned. It's a really, really good movie. I highly recommend you watch it. Okay, we're down to the last 5. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Awesome movie. Getting quite a pile over there now. And The True Grit. Both of them. Got the old one right there and the new one. I love both of these movies for different reasons. To me, this is classic John Wayne. And this is a Western done right in every possible way. These are my 2. If I only could pick 2, they would probably be the ones. And this one is just, that movie made me want a set of 1911s. There's no way you could not watch that movie and come out wanting a set of 1911s. It was almost made to sell 1911s. It was kind of a re-envisioning of the same old Japanese samurai story that A Fistful of Dollars was a version of. Basically, this is a film that has been remade several times. I don't remember the name of the original, but if you look up Fistful of Dollars on Wikipedia, I'm sure it's on there. This version is a 1920s gangster movie. Bruce Willis is a Chicago hitman running from the police on his way to Mexico, stops in a little border town in Texas, and one of the gangs decides to fuck with him. And they break his car. I think they shoot out the headlights and shoot a tire and break a windshield because he was looking at him wrong or something. And the next thing you know, he's like killing them all. And then making money by sticking in the middle of the two. I'm probably going to go watch this now that I'm talking about it. It's a great, great movie. And the ultimate gun movie of all time, The Punisher. And just to be clear, it is not the 80s Punisher, which sucked. And it is not the sequel to it, The Punisher Warzone, which also sucked. We're talking about the Thomas Jane, John Travolta Punisher. It is the perfect revenge plot. I love everything about this movie. The weapons shown in it are awesome. Everything about it is just awesome. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and don't forget to thumbs up the video.